Welcome to something else from me, something little less struggle street. So we're here on a 4 times map, which I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this, but is it FrechDachs? I checked it up. The German translation or English translation of it is Cheeky Badger, so I'm going to call it Cheeky Badger from here on in. Anyway, this is where we're doing it. Yeah, a few more dollars in the bank to start with, a lot more starting equipment, a decent sized plot to start with, which is this farm basically in the middle here. So if I do that, there we go, this whole area here, that's it, that's everything I own, I believe. I don't think there's anything else. Nope. So it's this, and this is 4 fields of maize, silage maize. I think there's a field of, it's either wheat or barley and oats, I think, and obviously there's a grass field here. Let me just go to this one here. So we've got, oh, that might be soybeans actually, soybeans and oats and grass. Okay, so if we hop to this, this is the main farm, big concrete, well, paved area, massive BGA with 2 hoppers for silage, etc., etc. This is the modded one. I can't remember the name of it top of my head. Some silos, lots of equipment, most of which has all got a lot of hours on it, so it's not worth a lot of money. That is a brand new combine and header trailer, and yeah, everything else is pretty second-hand. A lot of hours on them, doesn't make them worth selling, etc., etc. That's brand new. That log grapple and that trailer there for auto loading logs is new as well. So I have auto loader on as well, so I'm not going to be messing around trying to fork bales on, etc., etc. But yeah, pretty much everything else I'm pretty sure it's got a lot of hours on it, so not worth selling. Hopefully this maize is going to be pretty much to feed those massive BGAs. Massive silage clamp over here. I think this holds something like 6 million litres if we want it to. Yeah, 6 million litres. Absolutely enormous. I think the 4 fields I've currently got are probably only going to put about maybe 2.5 million litres in there if I'm lucky, I think. And we have a bale storage area here. We'll probably expand into having cattle for additional manure and such like for the BGA. I want to be able to use the digestate from that process to fertilise fields and get that precision farming environmental score as high as possible. So the other thing I also want to do is I'm living in a caravan at the moment, or semi-demountable I suppose you'd call this, because it is definitely movable. And the other one is to get rid of this horrible muddy driveway, because when you try and drive on it, it's pretty sinky and pretty horrible. So using Terraform, I want to gravel all of this, make a proper driveway, and also build a constructible house, farmhouse in here. I've marked the trees I'm going to be cutting down out of here, and I'm going to build a pond for 2 purposes. One, I'm going to use what I dig out of it as gravel to do the driveway, and it will be a water source for animals if need be, if I need a water source. So I'm going to make a pond using Terraform. So I believe my crops are actually ready for, well, these are, I think these are at a harvestable state if I wish to start harvesting these. Oh no, they've got another growth stage to go at least, I think. Oh, I don't have any soil samples done yet either, so I need to do those. Probably should do them straight away, otherwise I forget and then we lose. Oh no, it looks like I've got soil data. I'm not sure what was saying no data. Anyway, okay, so first things first, I think we'll set the combine off doing one of the arable fields. You get to see how lovely and soft that driveway is probably as I drive along it. Whilst I've got a worker doing that, hopefully I can then start removing those trees. I've already got the driveways marked out with Terraform. I have not yet marked out the pond. I haven't actually decided where I'm going to put it, but also I need to get rid of the trees first. So first things up, we'll get first. I'll get this over to one of the fields and we will start harvesting it. Probably going to be a lot of just jump cuts. Save watching the minor elements of doing the harvesting and carting and one thing or another, and it'll make editing the videos a little bit easier. So anyway, let me get this across to the first field and we'll get started. But yeah, check out the softness of the ground here. You'll see why I want to gravel it sooner rather than later. Oh, this doesn't. Yeah, this sinks into it pretty bad. So some of the equipment, when I've tried to drive along these, it really struggles. So I'm gonna get some gravel down ASAP, make some proper driveways. Anyway, get this over to the first field. Yeah, you can see, look at the way the header trailer bobbing around. Anyway, get this over and to the field and get started if I can get there without getting stuck. Okay, so we're at the field. I'm using courseplay, so it should be a case of just going start, and she's going to fold herself back up again because it will drive to that start point there and get going. It's set to self-unload, but that probably won't work on the first headlands because I don't have the unload trailer here. Hopefully it's going to drop us a line of yep. Great, so we've also got to get a baler. I don't have a baler currently, so but we're going to make straw bales out of that, obviously. Keep that for probably when we get some cattle. So get myself back to the farm and we will grab ourselves a trailer and a grain cart when it loads. There we go. Problems with 4 times map, so it takes so long to save. Now, these things are a little bit on the unrealistic side, and that's purely because when we come to doing the maize harvest, it's going to make life a lot easier because they won't fill up too quickly behind the harvester or the forager, because I'm going to be using courseplay for that too. So, grab the trusty K700. Beast that's probably going to feature in pretty much everything I do just because it's such a mad and interesting piece of kit, and I do like it. I don't know why. In Spintires it was utterly useless, but in this game with some big fat flotation tyres on it, I think it looks pretty good, so that's why I keep using it. Right, let's get this over to the field through this now already rutted and somewhat ruined muddy driveway, which is soon to meet its maker. This is why I want to get rid of it, because it's horrible. It's like driving on a freshly ploughed field. Jeez. Okay, alright, so let's get this in the field. I don't think it's going to auto unload itself first time round, because this wasn't here when we started. So and there we go. Right, so it's ready for it. It's going anti-clockwise, so we're going to be on the wrong side. That's alright. When it shouts that it needs emptying, I'll come and empty it. What we now want to get on with is we want to get on with chopping down those trees and processing those. So we will hop in this lovely machine here. We will get the bucket off the front and get that log grab on it. And hopefully what I can do is I can just cut these trees down, use this to stack them up near the roadway, and then hopefully not get stuck with the truck and that log trailer there. Grab them and take them to the appropriate sawmill to get rid of them. At that point there we can start to do our pond and get some gravel to make our driveway, to make our lives a lot nicer. So let's get this down here. This is probably going to bounce around like an idiot as well. I mean, this roadway just becomes, this mud track just becomes horrible to negotiate the moment you've driven on it once. Everything else struggles. I'm a bit concerned that the truck and the log trailer are going to struggle actually, but we'll find out in due course. Right, let's get these trees down. So, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, here we come. Not sure I've got a mower suitable for getting rid of the stumps actually. Anyway, we'll come to that bridge, cross it when we get there. Alright, let me I'll get some of these, oh dear, get some of these trees down and sorted, and I'll come back. The other thing I'm going to get started here is there is a field of grass which I believe is ready to harvest. I could be wrong there actually, thinking about it. Where are we? Yeah, no, it's good for harvest. Combine's was doing its thing correctly. It looks like it's now not unloading itself. I might just hop to that. Weird that it had unloaded itself once. I don't know why it's not doing it now. I'll quickly run over this thing. I've not got crop destruction on because, well, it's a bit of a pain when it's on. Don't need to drive in it luckily this time, but unload, is it close enough? Yes. Right, hopefully it'll sort itself out from there. Go back to this one. I'm going to set this one up mowing that field. And I'll continue on harvesting the trees, which is yeah, because they're not pine trees, they're a pain. A bit like this track, really. Drive round that little mess I've made there. Stick this in here. So hit start on that. Hopefully it'll get on and mow this field for us. Off it goes. Yeah, right. Back to my dreaded trees, which I've felled them all. This one over here has been cut. It just decided it wasn't going to fall over. Oh, it looks like there's one there I've missed that I'll get, but I'm trying to clear this tangled mess up, so yeah, I'll come back once I've got a bit more of that done. Alright, so let's finish this field. It did get stuck come the end. Got tangled up with the trailer that it was trying to unload into. This is going to be tricky because that tree is right in the way. So we'll get this moved over to the oats field. I've already got the grain trailer over there. Having emptied it of the soybeans this is just harvested. Is that going to be close enough that it'll attach? It looked like it locked on. I couldn't have put that in a worse position, really. So hitch this up and we'll get this across through the mud. Well, that header seems to be stuck on there, which is good because it definitely ain't straight. I don't know if it is or not, but the mud physics seems to be, or the ground physics seems to be a little bit more aggressive in this map. I don't know if there's something about this map or not, but like the trenches it's leaving in the fields is quite significant too. Hopefully I can get this through here without getting tangled up in bits of wood that I've got scattered all over the joint here. Doing reasonably well. Got a couple more trees to sort out. There's a lot of rubbish on the ground, but that'll get mulched up by the batwing mower of destruction that I'm going to use to deal with the stumps. Well, that's better. We'll just drive across this lovely mowed field here. Because I'm going to have to get a tedder in here and ted all this as well. Not sure if I buy the tedder or not. Okay, let's put this about here. Send this one round this way, this field clockwise. Although if it goes round, if it goes round clockwise, the spout is on the outside, isn't it? So set this up. Hit start. Hopefully that will get on with it. Okay, whatever. Make your life complicated. Ugh. Run over by the AI here. We should be able to set this one up. To service this combine's needs as far as emptying is concerned, I believe. Unload combine, field position, that one, start, and it should, with a bit of luck, it'll go and service that combine when it needs emptying. We shall see. Right, back to my wooding over here. What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 trees still left to go here. I seem to have one magically stuck in the... There we go. All this rubbish on the ground will hopefully just get mulched up, because it certainly isn't worth trying to process it. Anyway, I will crack on with this very tedious endeavour. No, that didn't work, did it? Anyway, I flipped it over so I can get that other limb off it anyway. Alright, well, I'll, when the next exciting point arises, I'll bring you back in. Okay, so it seems these guys can't play nicely. Where are you going? Well, let's see what happens with these two. It's picked up some 853 litres of product. No idea what it's doing. We'll just leave it to it, see what happens. This one can possibly head back to base. I might be able to get that to go to... Get it to go to the middle of the yard, hopefully. Yeah, that looks like it's gonna work. Give me a lift back to the wooding. It's not quite sure where it's going though, does it? It's gonna go straight through the... oh no. No, it's gonna use the track. I thought for a minute it was just gonna go straight through that field of maize. Way plow through. Right. Does it? Are these? Oh God. Looks like these two are fighting again. Stop it. Oh no, they're working nicely. Right. junk. This tree here needs to come down. H is blocked by an object. AI are great when they work. But when they don't work nicely with one another, they're a pain in the proverbial. Do that, is it going to start back on the right track? Yes. Okay. Right. Back to my wood. Okay, well I think I've got all the trees down that I want to get down, so we'll move this out of the way. I'll go and grab the auto-loading wood trailer and hopefully get most of those trees loaded up. I'll just put this here just in case I need it. But we should. The truck's going to be fun down here. If I hit the green bits, it won't sink in, hopefully. Okay, so I need to be able to see which one we're on. That one there. Okay. Right, let's see if this is going to work. I think it's that button there. Oh, a few are going on. Oh, my AI is not working. What are you doing? Actually, probably need to increase your speeds a bit. 25. I don't think it'll go any faster. Oh, there we go. That's better. Right. Back to my truck. I wonder if I can handle that one. 236 kilos. I should be able to. Let's use the old super strength to get that out of the way. Get out of it. Turn that back off. Got most of them, ish, sort of. Come on. Come on. So if I rearrange these piles... Come on, pick it up. You can go over there because you can get mulched by the mower. You weigh too much for me to pick up. You can be mulched. Whack that there for a minute. What's going on with this bit? Let's chop that through there. If it will. it's one of these. These are a pain. That piece there just won't trim off. We'll stick that over there. Where'd it go? There it is. And then this there needs a little bit more shaping. Alright, with a bit of luck that one might go as well. Just push these round, get them a bit more up against the side of the road there. Oh, that's gone in there. That's not good. See if I can get that one to load up. If I go I thought I could move to the rear pile. How do I move to the rear pile? Rotate on the position. No, not that one. That one? Yep. Alright, see if that'll load it. Yes. Yes, just. Come on, come on. I reckon that'll do. Right, I'll get that down to the one of the sawmills. Just move this out of the way over here for a second. Oh, turn that off. Right, so what's going on over here? Okay, that's finished combining, that's good. Right, well I'm going to get this, all on the trailer. Probably just leave this here for now until I've cleared up that wood area, because that wood's getting in the way. It's on. Just park this in the grass field, I reckon, for now. Right. Back to my truck and find out where the best sawmill is for the wood. Oh, there is only one. Okay, alright, so I'm off over there. I think that's over here somewhere from memory, yes. Alright, back in that. And I'm off to the sawmill. Probably not down this track though, because it's soggy. Alright, no, I'll see you for the cash in. See what we get for this little lot. See if it was worth all the pain. Probably not. Okay. Ka-ching. What, 23.5? 23, just over 23.5, 23.6. Not bad. Right, head back, and I need to acquire the batwing mower that mulches and does everything, and then I can clear that area for the pond and the house plot. Alright, I might stop in the dealer and throw a batwing on, and I'll see you back at the plot. Okay, well hopefully I might be able to hitch this batwing up to the back of this, as this has got a hitch. We'll see what happens. I also bought the baler and the windrow I'm going to need. I'll see if I can send a couple of workers up to come and grab them. Yep, does look like it'll attach. Excellent. Right, drag this back to the farm. And then, yeah, send some workers up and see if I can get those other two bits of gear picked up. And also that I can find my way back to the farm. Okay, back at the main entrance, or one of the entrances. Drop the batwing about there. Okay, unfold it. Once it's unfolded, we can select its working mode. We want it on stump grinder. Hopefully they'll go underneath it. It doesn't mow the grass, so that could make it tricky to find everything. We'll see how we go here. It moves the brush though. see roughly where we've been. Can I get it to go over that? Oh. Got most of them, I think. This is the destroyer of wood. And then if I can mow this grass, I can pick this up with the baler as well. Now on mower. No, it doesn't need to be swath, it can just be mower. Oh, I need to send a AI off to go and get that go and get some of that equipment, the swather to start with. Tedder, sorry. Let's grab the versatile. Oh, it might have fun because it's got the jewels on it. Oh, no, that's not the way out, that's my house. Maybe I'll put a mower on this and send the JCB a bit faster. Okay, so let's see if you can go to the shop for me. I guess if we can get to about there, we should be doing fairly well. Thinking about it. Okay, let's see what happens. Right, continue on mowing this. Oh, there's a bit that's missed. Alright, I'm going to crack on with this and hopefully bring you back in for some tedder and some baling. So, mission succeeded by the AI, it managed to get here, so that's good. We'll grab the tedder and send it back. And then send something else out here to grab the baler. Just unloaded the grain, or the oats. So send the K700 out here, I reckon. Right, let's see if it can do it from about here. Go, go, go. Yep, off off he goes. Excellent. Okay. Oh, cannot find the farm. Where is it? There it is. So let's see if this one can find its way out and go and pick that baler up. But I just kind of get the feeling I'm going to send this one back the other way and they're going to meet and stop and argue with one another. Right. Oh, it's almost back already. Create a job, go to about here. Oh. Start. No protest yet. Hopefully it'll go. Okay, finished me a bit of mowing. Oh, there's something there, log maybe. There's a few little discretions in here. There's one there. Once it's cleared up, I'll turn it on to brush and get rid of that brush that's there. Do you like the sound of that tractor? The soundtrack they've got on it's really good. If I hop into this one, see what happens when they meet. Not quite. Anyway, we shall finish the job because we need it. And it's nearly back, so. In fact, just cut through here because this is my field. And rally across the field. Now this field's been mowed. Doesn't look like there's much on it. But once I've done this little patch, we'll send this one off. Going around this field. Once I've done this, probably draw the plot for the pond, and probably move on a month because I think next month I should be able to set the forage harvester off on that maize and get that underway whilst I dig a hole and make roads. Well, that's 2 for 2. This one made it here as well. So we'll hitch it up and send it back. Well, I might drive it back actually because I haven't got anything else to do until this is over there. I've also, of course, got the straw fields to bale as well. Is that folded up? Yeah, because that trails when it's not folded. Right, okay. Alright, head back with this one and get some baling started. Okay, so that's all baled up. Just remove these last little bits of wood, hopefully. That's that one gone. As this is down, it should take these brushes out. She does. And then this one last stump here, and I think there's a random piece of wood just over there. Gone. Right. Oh, there's another bit there. Let me just quickly throw that under. Gone. Excellent. Okay. Well, I think we've finished with that for a minute. We now need to put the farmhouse plot down, see what space is left, and mark out a pond. And start digging some gravel so we can make a driveway so we can get rid of this hideous muddy mess. We'll stick this in the shed over here, I guess. Might be able to get it down this, well, probably not with this tractor. Actually, there's a space between the slurry equipment. Don't think we're going to need this again for a little while. Oh, actually, no, we'll use it to mulch the fields up after we've harvested the maize. Silage. Probably just leave the whole combination there. Okay, so let's have a look here. So I want to put a constructible farmhouse in here. So I guess under constructibles, farmhouse 3 looks quite good. These aren't farmhouses, are they? It's only these top ones. I think that one's going to be the goer. Overlaps with another object. What's it overlapping with? It won't be in a minute. I've got to put it there. Hopefully I can do that and place it freely. To be back like there. Bang. Okay. So the next thing to set up is going to be the pond. So we need to create a new area. Right, so now do we want to do a path? I was thinking like doing a ramp, because we've got to use a front end loader. I don't have a excavator at the minute, so maybe we start with a ramp. We'll draw a polygon, so we'll draw the finished item and then we'll draw a ramp into it. We'll dig the ramp out first. That'll give me enough gravel to get started with, and then later on I'll get an excavator in and do the rest, I reckon. So let's accept that. We need to go... Stood in the wrong spot, didn't I? Over here. So we don't want to go too close to the track, because the path I've got marked out is about 7 meters wide, I think, so we probably want to be about in this area here. We've got to be able to drive through for that as well at the moment. So if we start here, as I say, I can dig that out later. It's going to look more like a swimming pool than a pond. Like that. Something like that. Okay. Now we have to set the depth. We'll do this one in blue if there's a blue, yes. Oh, yep, that one there. Target height, there we go, that's what we want. We want to get, so that was pretty much the level height. So we want to go down, we'll go down 1.5 meters, so we'll say that's 23, so we'll go 21.50. So there we go, that's our finished depth for that one. We want discharge materials going to be, oh no, not lime, with stone, apply. Discharge, we want gravelly mud sort of look, because we're assuming that we're mining gravel. Dirt gravel. That one, I reckon. Apply that. And discharge texture. I guess we'll set the same. I'm not quite sure. There's not going to be a discharge, is there? Do that. Okay, so that's that done. We'll call this pond 1. Hopefully save that. And that's in there. Right, now we need to add a create new area. Apply. I really should go and stand over where I'm doing this so that I don't have to keep doing this. Problem is we can't actually see. So can we make the area visible all the time? Must be able to, surely. Let's go and stand over there. Pretty sure you can turn them on, even if it's all of them. At least then I can see them. Is there? Let me work this out. Okay, so the way to do this is to see that one is hop in a piece of equipment and select that job, and it then shows up. I'm still sitting in said piece of equipment. Seems to be the easiest way to do this. So we'll do that because it's a bit of an excavation. Let's do it in red. We'll restrict the area. We'll see how wide it looks in a minute. Discharge material, we want stone. We'll set this one maybe just to gravel to distinguish between. And discharge texture. We don't need, because we're going to be discharging stone. So we'll probably start it. What I'm thinking is the ramp come the end, when I've excavated out, will be a little ramp down into the water for backing trailers into if need be. So if we go a little bit past where the start of the edge of the pond is, something like that, and we'll go all the way down to probably the middle of it. Something like that. That one there. We want to be able to set the height of that. Now then, how do we do that? That's just going to exit. That shows how wide it is. Probably want it a little bit wider than that. Let's do that. Go back into edit. We want that point there. Oh, you can't set an actual height for it. That's annoying. I was hoping to set that at the same final height. Okay, so we just keep doing that, I guess, until it kind of looks like it might be on the same sort of plane. It's hard to tell, isn't it? Suppose it doesn't matter if it goes too far. We're going to be digging it out anyway. Yeah, we can set an angle, but we can't seem to set a height. Set angle, cancel. Set angle. Yeah, they're all angles. I think that'll work anyway. Exit out of that. I think that's deeper than, but that's alright. Right, we should be able to start excavating it, and we shall call this pond ramp 1. And save that. Hopefully, yeah, cool. So we want to set this to the ramp. Select ramp. Don't think we need a discharge, just need to make sure that the tool is set up accordingly. So we want to be discharge just wants to be material. We want to be, I think it's grade. Hopefully. We want to reduce how much the bucket fills up, otherwise we're going to end up with way more material than we want. So that is what key? Possibly in the machine settings, then, is it? Terraform. I think we need to reduce that. Change that to gravel. I think we need to change this down. Change this down to sort of 0.20, I think. Hopefully that bucket won't fill up too quickly. It's not quite going to plan. Material. Why aren't you working? Grade. I'm sure it needs to be on grade. I'm inside the area, oh yeah. The strength needs to be turned up, maybe that's what it is. So seems to be working. Oh. Tipped it too much and discharged. Turn the strength up, maybe. Hardness, sorry. Oh yeah, that seems to have helped. Yeah, that's working. Oh, that's a fair old ramp. Okay, that is working now. So we're going to need a trailer over here to dump into. What tractors have I got going around? That's the Versatile, isn't it? That's the JCB. Yeah, let's use this one. Although the other one's actually attached to one. Supposed to trailer load in one bucket there. So from that, here we want to select driveway 1. So that's that. We want it to be on paint mode. We can hopefully paint this driveway. We tip this up. And then open the door. Yeah, excellent. Right, follow the line. Now, I've messed around with this a little bit. I can't seem to make it discharge more. It doesn't use very much. So this one trailer load will probably do most, if not all, of these driveways that I want to do. It doesn't seem, no matter what I do with the settings, I can't seem to make it use more gravel, if that makes sense. First part done. I'm using manual tip. I can just sort of turn that rear door on and off, even though it doesn't actually close, which is quite good. It's a great mod for doing this, because if you try and do this by manual means with a paintbrush tool, slightest slip and you end up drawing a whole heap of gravel all across one of your fields, or because the screen decides to shift. Whereas this, we can just follow these lines and get it pretty much exactly where we want it. And it's a little bit more sort of realistic way of doing it too. Should be able to just sort of pretty much drive back up the middle of all of that, and that driveway will be pretty much job complete. Sticky bush. Brilliant. We've only used like 20% of the contents of the trailer to do all of that. I'll probably use the tool to sort of round the corners of the driveway and stuff. And make them more like entrances, but for doing this lot, this is great, this tool, or this mod. Takes a little bit of getting your head around. Yeah, Terraform. Highly recommend it. Adds another level of gameplay to this game. There are plenty of people out there, well there's certainly a few people out there that have got modded equipment to work with Terraform. There's a handful of the base game and a few of the Giants mods, I think, already set up with one of the files, but there are also videos out there, guys, that put out how to add the features to the trailers and the tools, obviously. Right, I think that's that driveway pretty much done. I can always come back later on. I'm not going to delete these paths. Keep them in play so that if I find a bit that I've missed, like there's a little bit there, for instance, you know, we can always just select the right path and amend it. Okay, so I think that definitely came in more closer to the patch than I thought it was going to. Anyway, doesn't matter, it's all good. So I've got another pathway set for down there and another one set for over that roadway there, so we'll switch over to the other paths. Driveway 2, select. It's not the one in front of me, let's change that then to 3, should be the one in front of me. Yep. So we'll carry on down this path and get this track done. Actually, whilst I'm here, I'm gonna didn't turn the tool back on after I got out, so there's a monstrous mistake. That's alright, we'll fix that in a sec. Always remember to turn your tool back on. There is a setting to stop that, but doing that one is what I want. Okay. Actually, no, that's not what I want. Where's the... show it up. And hopefully we can just go start there, and it should. Start bailing and following that. That is probably going to happen quite a bit. Ooh. Okay, so what we need to do here is we'll drop that down. Should be able to paint over that, and it'll probably just come up onto the surface, which I can just scoop up with the one of the front end loaders. So we'll dig a bit more of a hole and get painting a driveway. Right, well, I'm going to sort that baler out and carry on painting that. Well, what I'm going to end up doing, of course, is doing the first headland or so, I think, with this to clear that overlap. Alright, well, I'll come back when I'm doing something more entertaining again. Okay, so now my driveway is built. This should be a nice smooth run back to the yard. I've done the other section as well, so now I have the way the farm is currently owned area. Oh, there's a bit of gravel I dropped there. I need to sort that out. Done a couple of the driveways into the fields. Yeah, the other driveway that goes out the other way, that's all done. So all sort of 3 ways in and out of the farmyard are all done. The ramp hole is pretty much fully dug too. I've still got some stone in the trailer there to work with. I've got to round these corners out, which I just do with without using Terraform plotted maps. Just use the paint mode and just drive around the corner with the trailer door open and just fill the corners in, just round them out a bit. But this is now beautiful, nice and easy, smooth to drive down. None of the vehicles are going to bounce around, struggle, etc, etc. So those driveways are built. Now then, have I got a pressure washer? I don't think I have. Need to get myself one. Don't think, unless I've got one in here. Have I got one? Let's have a quick look in here. If I do, it will be the still unit. No, I don't. So we'll just, I think I can get that through this. Tools, is it in here? Yes, it is. So just going to the shop and picking it up. We shall put that here for a minute. Now, this is a brilliant unit. This really fast. Got a long hose on it. Brilliant mod. Much better than the base game. Washer. It's so much faster too. Done. There's work lights in the back of the behind the lead screw there. Done. Done. Absolutely brilliant. Cool. Okay, so just turn that off a minute. Not a lot left. This it's got stuck again by the looks of it. Can't. It keeps getting tangled up whilst it tries to turn on these ends here. So probably gonna finish this. One of the challenges of the articulated tractor. Come on, come on. Thank you. Right. Right, well I'm going to finish this field off. Probably pretty much it for this little episode. Just tap out here, we'll just go into flight mode here. And go up. Ooh, up. So, obviously there's some baling and bale picking up to do there. Baling and picking up to do in there. Next month these fields I think should be ready to be worked on. It's quite a lot. It's those two and these two over here. But I should put a decent amount in there, get that started fermenting. I have got a unrealistic compactor there, otherwise you'd spend days driving around on top of it. And I got that one there to bale and so on and so forth. I think all of these fields need ploughing as well. Need ploughing. And this one I'll probably play because it's got I think it's got tram lines in it, isn't it? Where am I? Over here. Yeah, it's got tram lines in it, so I want those out, so I've got to plough that one as well. So I've got 2 fields of ploughing. Looks like they all need lime. Probably should get a lime production. Yeah, that's going to need some as well. Lime production going, because I'm going to be digging out, or I can dig out plenty of stone from there to use in it. Not sure where I'm going to put said lime production. I need to probably make some driveways in and out of that tree. There's right in the way. In and out of here for these fields to get to the bunker. This has got to be knocked into one field, I reckon. It'd be nice to do all of them as one big field all the way around, but there's an awful lot of trees, whereas only here we've got, what, 3-4 trees at worst to deal with. Maybe I could take a couple of those out there to make another entrance way. So yeah, bit of work to do. Anyway, I hope you stuck around. Hope you learned something. I certainly did. Terraform always is I struggle to get my exactly what I wanted to do straight off the bat. Once you've used it a little bit, you get used to it, and it's very good. I don't know what else I'm going to be using it for on this playthrough. I'm sure I'll find plenty of things. Probably more driveways when I expand, because I think all of the trackways between the farms are all the fields and what have you are those muddy tracks. So yeah, pretty good, pretty cool. Yep, until next time, thanks for watching. See you again.